Oh, she. Mhm. Hmm. Afraid of that down. Huh. Yes. No, I don't have fever. Okay. Cool down. Just that I was having um, high, very cold temperatures yesterday when I was sleeping. AC was very loud or something. So yeah. Okay. So don't worry about that. There's no fever and there's no such stuff. And don't worry, you are also sitting remotely and things can't travel on internet. Thank God. All right. So I think that's pretty much. Let's start the session. Welcome to another session of 10,000 Speakers, where we try to improve ourselves on public speaking, something bit by bit, piece by piece. But the idea is it's one step at a time which is being taken that is making you awesome. I think there are two new members who have joined in who don't know much about public speaking, but they are very
Hey everyone, very good evening. This is Pranjali. There is a glitch, and Abhishek will be back. Just wait for some time.
okay. There was some glitch which just happened. I think we are back.
Yes, we can hear you, Abhishek.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen and we can hear you properly.
Guys, are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen.
Okay. All right. So I think that's pretty much. There's some glitches happening back and forth, but let's take it across. So this is 10,000 speakers. This is me. I'm your trainer, Abhishek Gulia. I'm having a lot of experience in public speaking. Some people are there who really appreciate the kind of work that I do. And there are a lot of other people who are getting benefited of the work and what we do at 10,000 speakers. So we are building a community which is around public speaking. And the idea is to make it a home, make it available to everybody who is there, even in college, schools, or maybe corporate. So this is something. I've been a public speaking trainer from past 6 years now, and done a lot of things, a lot of speaking here and there. So yeah, that's very much. That is something which is about me. But I would love to know from your side. So what you have to do is that you have to take up an adjective that starts with the same letter as your name. So if you're Rohit, you can be rocking Rohit. If you're Pratik, you can be powerful Pratik. And if you are Bhanu, then you can be beautiful Bhanu. So take up an adjective with your name, then your city, and then your favorite relative and why. If you have a favorite relative, okay, could be uncle, could be mama, chacha, maternal uncle, paternal uncle, or I don't know. There are a lot of people there, right? So put your favorite relative and why he or she is your favorite. Put down in the chat so that I can see. Okay, put all the details. Okay, your adjective, your name, your city, and your favorite relative. And if you can tell why. Okay, so we have got Mrityunjay, who is from Bhubaneswar, who says Mama. That is maternal uncle, probably. Then, okay. Then we have Pretty Papia, Suman Mama. Okay, that's awesome. Prakhar says paternal uncle. Chacha. When I visit them, they're welcoming and they're a lot of fun. Okay, that's awesome. Your favorite person is uncle because he cracks a lot of jokes. Okay. What else, guys? Put in the chat. Who are your favorite relatives? Okay, man. Mayank's favorite relative is her mother, his mother. Outside the core family, I'll say, Mayank. Saras pays grandpa because he's calm and kind. Okay, that's awesome. Anshuman from Jaipur says Choti Bua because she is love and she gives my name Kishan. Okay, sounds awesome. What about else? Who else is here? Shelja, Umashankar, Vivek, Mehboob. Hmm. Yeah, put across the details so that I can know. Okay. So natural Shridesh is Mama. Okay, Mama is winning, I'll say. Huh? Mama is winning. Mama is kind of pro in everywhere, I think. Chacha and Mama. Okay. Awesome. Your favorite, my favorite is also Mama, my paternal uncle, who is younger to my mother. And he's been a pal, a friend. And yeah, super fun we have. Awesome. I think that's really great. So let's do this thing. First thing after this session, do give a call to these people, and tell them that you hold some special place in their life, in your life. They hold a special place in your life. Okay. So just tell them because it's very important that they should know na ki they are favorite in your life. Tell them that there was a session and there was something and they asked this and I told you, so it's very great. And if you're thankful, you'll probably tell them why you're thankful. And yeah, did you do that? Did you tell your favorite relative that they are your favorite? Come on, put it in the comments. I would love to know. Would you do that? If you don't want to do that, say no also. But yeah, okay, that's awesome. So you're blessed with a grandpa. That's great. Hmm. There's a funny story that so my grandpa was not there when I was born. So he just passed away like 3 months back before I was born and everything. So until I was like 4 or 5 or maybe 6 also, I always thought ki Amitabh Bachchan is my grandpa because his nose and everything kind of matched with my grandpa. And I was like, oh, my grandpa is on TV. Okay, he works there. He don't visit us, but probably okay. Sometime we can. After some time, I figured out, okay, this is Amitabh Bachchan. He's coming in every movie, and sometimes he's young and sometimes he's old and everything. But I used to think that he's my grandpa. Amitabh Bachchan is my grandpa. So I was like, huh, nice. hmm I think Amitabh Bachchan resembles to a lot of grandpa. Prakhar. Uh-huh. Ajay, just a quick thing. Shelja and Papia, when you're messaging, na, do message to all panelists and attendees so that everybody can see your. There are sometimes these. Okay, there's some issue with my internet. Probably that is something which is bothering us right now. Okay, now I think I'm back. Yeah, are you able to hear me now? There's some issue with the internet. I don't know what. There is kind of getting disconnected back and forth. Hmm. कोई issue नहीं है. Let's start it across. Okay. Awesome. So today I've brought you a session which is something which is very important. We always talk about how to make things interesting in terms of content. What did we do as an activity in previous sessions on content building? Do you remember an activity that we did? What was the name of the activity to build great content or interesting content? There was a specific activity that we did, right? The mapping activity, yes. The content mapping activity where we take up the words and write all emotions, all things around it, and then circulate and make the video, right? Great. So today, so that is like more on the part of exploration on how to think about something. Okay. Today we're going to learn something on the basics of content structuring. Okay. So we'll be learning basics of content structuring, how to structure your content. Okay, because if your structure is really good, then people are also able to understand as well as you are also able to remember it, and that is important. Yeah. So today's session is around content building, where we'll be doing basics and we'll be covering the structuring part of it. Okay, shall we start? Excited? Energy चाहिए यार मुझको. Shelja, you missed the last session. Don't worry. Right now, we are just formulating all these sessions as recorded as well. So if you miss any session, you can just watch the recorded one. So we're trying to make that happen. There's some glitch which is happening. So probably you can watch that or you can attend once that session is happening again. Okay. Awesome. So I think that's really great. And I was also missing you guys. In the last 3 days as planning ki kya karna hai, bahut sari cheezein are there, but I think we are back on track and we are having this across. That's awesome. Super energy is here. Okay, great. So I would first like to know, because we are talking about content, right? So this is a basic question that I have for you. What is the importance of content in public speaking? Why do we need content? A lot of people are saying that body language is there, and all of this that is important. But why do we need content? Like, what is important of content in public speaking? What do you think? What is the role of content? What does it do? Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. So content is important for making it interesting. Okay. To understand, content is the base of public speaking, gain audience attention. Okay. Express our thoughts, to make people listen to us, to understand neat and clean. Uh, okay. I mean, structured. Okay. To deliver the information. Fair enough. I think, because at the end of the day, people are listening to this, right? This is the stories, these are the things that are there. And that is the whole content part. But when you do public speaking, um, what is what are the things that you typically use as content? Yeah, Mehboob, when you're asking that, even without content, some people are talking to public gathering very interestingly. So I think then you don't call them public speakers, you call them entertainers, right? So they are doing entertainment. They are trying of entertain people, and that is also a good thing. But you don't want to be an entertainer. You want to be a public speaker where you deliver value, and people would love to remember your things, not just enjoy. Yeah. All right. So we have things like stories. We have things like stories, speeches, motivation, information. Okay, what do you think? What comes into content? What forms content? क्या क्या हो सकता है? Stories, speeches, motivation, information about any topic. Okay, fair enough. What else? Can you put a song? Can you sing a song? Is that also content? Facts. Okay. What do you think about poem? Okay. Rishta says no, song is not content. Okay. Poetry is content. Poetry, shayari. Okay. Yes. So anything which is so just to redefine anything which is trying to convey some idea from your mind to their mind, the channel is content. And yes, it can go from anything from a song, poetry, and anything to everything that falls into the content. Even creatives and paintings also form a content where you can start with, okay, I started with this painting and this is something there, and then go around something of that sort. So anything and everything which is going from your mind to their mind, and the medium could be anything from stories, knowledge, information, maybe ghazal, and everything is content. uh, Pics and video clips also, yeah. Right now we are having an interaction, so this is also content, which is webinar content, where there is a presentation which is there in front of you, and there is a voice which is from my side. Yeah, everything, these things are there which are like on the content phase. Awesome. So now we have to understand, whenever we are designing these things. Now we have to understand the structure first, because at the end of the day, um, we have to understand what is the structure. If you have seen a movie, like what happens in most of the movies? They start, they have some interesting twist and turns, the story is built, then there is a climax, and then there's a fight between the bad guys and good guys, and something happened there, and then it ends across. Yeah, so that's a good structure. So the idea is to have interesting structure, so that you're able to understand, the audience is able to get, and all these things what you just said, uh, you can just fill them in according to the place. At last, hero wins the life. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what I will do is you have to make notes of this because this is important. We'll be using it next sessions also. So do make notes around the basic content structure. So every speech when it starts, it has basically three aspects to it. Okay. Starts with the introduction, where there are multiple things in introduction. Please make notes of this because this slide is important and we'll be referring it back and forth. Okay. So there are multiple things in introduction, starting with the opener. Okay. Opener is something which is there to grab the audience's attention. Okay. We'll see some videos after this presentation so that all these you know concepts are able you're able to see understand them. Okay. So first is the opener part, and write it in such a way that you know you're able to make three columns in front of it, because we'll be watching three videos, and you have to also figure out which of the videos had which of the things. Okay, so just write these in one column and then make three columns in front of them. Write all these things which I'm saying in one column, and then all three things in then make three columns. We'll be watching three videos. Okay. All right. So first comes is the opener, where we gather audience's attention. So there are multiple kind of openers ranging from story, question to things. Idea is opener is something which helps you grab the audience's attention and tell them that you are on the stage and you're talking. Okay. Once you have opened, then it comes as the topic. You introduce what do you want to say, and what is the next, what are they going to listen for the next 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever is the thing. Then you tell your stand. Stand is what do you believe. Okay. So for example, alcohol, for example. So the let's say, should alcohol be banned? Let's say this is the topic. Okay. So what happens is you take out with something which goes across like this. Day before yesterday, I was just scrolling on internet, just trying to read something, and I was trying to read on what are the areas how people have developed, and I was trying to read something positive when an ad popped up which said 15 lakh people die due to alcohol consumption every year. If you know someone, refer them to us and we'll save them. This was a NGO who was doing something on alcohol and alcohol prevention. But I was shocked to know that 15 lakh people die, because that is somewhat the amount of, like, Indian armies there. They have something of this range, and ha, every year we are losing an entire army. That's tough. Good afternoon, my friends. My name is Abhishek Gulia, and today we are going to talk on a very crucial topic, and that is, should alcohol be banned? And my stand is yes, it should be banned. Okay, cut. So when I say cut, is like that speech is cut. Okay. So did you get it? Opener, topic, and stand. Were you able to get it? We'll have detailed discussion on everything, but I'm just giving you an overview because we are discussing basic structure, content structure. Okay, so it had an opener, then there was a topic, and there was a stand. idea is when you define and you create things like this, na, this way you'll be able to remember these, as well as the structure is very interesting. Okay. Then once you are done with the introduction part, then comes body. Now body has three parts. Okay. First is a preview. Preview is you have to tell them what you're going to tell them. Okay. So if you see our sessions, when I start my session, I try to tell you what I'm going to do in the sessions, right? We'll be covering content today and we'll be doing something which is around content building and everything like that. So this gives you an idea, okay, what is coming, and that is a preview. Okay. Once we are practicing it, you'll be knowing more about preview, but this is more of a telling them what you're going to tell them in the part. Then comes is the content. So the body content. Okay. So this is something around which is the core matter. Let's say there is one point that you want to say, and there are two, three examples of that. So that becomes the content. Sometimes there are 2 points that you want to say, and there are two examples of each. So there are two contents across. Okay. So that becomes the content part. Please make notes of these. And third is a review. You tell them what you just told them. Idea is people are forgetful, and as a speaker it's your responsibility that your audience is able to grasp or get what you're trying to say. So first you preview, then you discover and discuss the content, and then you review on what you just told. Okay, more of a summarizing, you have just telling them what did they do. Okay, so that is the body part. So first is the introduction part, second is the body part. So let me give you like इसमें एक direction. When you are doing this body, so you'll be able to understand it from the video that I'll be showing you. Okay, but right now just put these across and put 3 columns in front of it. So first is preview, then is the content, then is the review. Okay, once you have done that, then the third part is ending, which has a conclusion, a closure. Okay, so it started with the opener, it's ended with the closer. Okay, what is a closer? So closer is something which is like ending statement, thing that you want to say ki, and this is how it is. For example, the alcohol one could be like, I don't know about you, but I'm not up for giving any of my relatives to death because of such um, hazardous alcohol. So I'll say I won't be, I'll fight for it and I'll say no to alcohol. If you can just say things like, uh, okay, in the last, I would like to say, all the people who are happy today, please raise your hands. So, matlab, who can smile, please raise your hands. Okay, did they raise your hands? And see, you're able to smile and you're feeling, because smile is a sign of happiness. But I'm pretty sure that if I add alcohol to the equation, this will even turn down to 10-20%, and you'll lose your smile and happiness of life. That's why I say be happy and say no to alcohol. There's something of that sort. Okay? So you design your closer accordingly, but the idea is you try 2-3 closers and then you are able to do it. Okay, so this is a basic structure. There are multiple structures, different, but as a speaker, you have to start with something as a basic. So there goes the introduction, the body, and a closure, which has all these 3 things. Okay, any questions you have in this, you can just ask me. And after this, we'll be watching like videos. We'll be watching 3 videos. Okay, and we'll be observing all these 3 things, which had what and how it was. Okay, if you have questions, you can just type in Q&A. If you have no questions, you can just type no questions in the comment box. Explain closure. Okay, so okay, so when you're talking about closure, Mayank, it is more of a summarizing thing what you just talked to them. Okay, closure. Let me give you an example of another topic. Okay, let's say maybe we can just take up the topic we just took last time, which was can a mentor change your life? Okay. So, for example, I am for the topic that yes, a mentor can change your life. And then I'm like doing a lot of back and forth. I'm telling the topic, stand, and everything is done. And in the ending, because review is something where जहाँ पर आपने उसको review किया, you have told everything what you have just told. But when you're closing it, you can say, so you can go something like this. Um, Average human life is 70 years. And out of that, if you're spending 40 years searching for the things, then what a waste. Get a mentor and he can reduce this search to maybe 5 years so that you can get extra 35 years to live. So who wants to live their life? Everybody's like, yay, awesome. Thank you. That was my time and all the best. Mayank Sharma signing off. Do you get it? Okay, awesome. Which is more important, opener or a content? So Mrityunjay, when you're asking a question, please ask questions in the Q&A because I'll be taking questions from there. But I'll just answer it right away. But please put it in the Q&A section also. Okay, which is more important, opener or content? Everything is important, man. Because okay, how it works is very simple. If you have a session of 20 minutes, then you have to make the first 5 minutes very interesting. But because based on your first 5 minutes, he will be deciding he want to listen to the next 15 minutes. Then what you have to do is that for the next 5 minutes, you have to make it more interesting than the first one because the interest is could be now losing. The third and fourth. So the idea is everything is you have to make it interesting, and every part of it is important. Some examples of openers. So we'll take up some examples of openers. Ek bar, first of all, let's see these videos which are there and find what aspects were there in this session. Okay. So have you created a table which has all these things, and then you have 3 columns. Okay. In one column, you have to write all these things: opener, topic, stand, introduction, and then and you have to make 3 columns. Please, if you have done it, please type OK if you're done. Okay, I think that's great. A lot of people have done it. Okay, great. So we'll be watching the first video. This is a video from somebody from Google and a very good guy. So let's try to see. And what you have to do is that listen to him carefully, and whatever is there, just put a tick in front of it. If he has an opener, then put a tick. If he just told the topic, he introduced the topic, then put a tick. If he took a stand, he put a tick, and that way we are able to see it. Okay, not every speech will have everything, but that's perfectly fine. All right, let's start.
A few years ago, I felt like I was stuck in a rut. So I decided to follow in the footsteps of the great American philosopher, Morgan Spurlock, and try something new for 30 days. The idea is actually pretty simple. Think about something you've always wanted to add to your life and try it for the next 30 days. It turns out 30 days is just about the right amount of time to add a new habit or subtract a habit, like watching the news, from your life. There's a few things that I learned while doing these 30-day challenges. The first was, instead of the months flying by forgotten, the time was much more memorable. This was part of a challenge I did to take a picture every day for a month, and I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing that day. I also noticed that as I started to do more and harder 30-day challenges, my self-confidence grew. I went from desk-dwelling computer nerd to the kind of guy who bikes to work for fun. Even last year, I ended up hiking up Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest mountain in Africa. I would never have been that adventurous before I started my 30-day challenges. I also figured out that if you really want something badly enough, you can do anything for 30 days. Have you ever wanted to write a novel? Every November, tens of thousands of people try to write their own 50,000-word novel from scratch in 30 days. It turns out, all you have to do is write 1,667 words a day for a month. So I did. By the way, the secret is not to go to sleep until you've written your words for the day. You might be sleep deprived, but you'll finish your novel. Now, is my book the next great American novel? No, I wrote it in a month. It's awful. But for the rest of my life, if I meet John Hodgman at a TED party, I don't have to say, I'm a computer scientist. No, if I want to, I can say, I'm a novelist. So here's one last thing I'd like to mention. I learned that when I made small, sustainable changes, things I could keep doing, they were more likely to stick. There's nothing wrong with big, crazy challenges. In fact, they're a ton of fun, but they're less likely to stick. When I gave up sugar for 30 days, day 31 looked like this. So here's my question to you. What are you waiting for? I guarantee you the next 30 days are going to pass whether you like it or not. So why not think about something you have always wanted to try and give it a shot for the next 30 days? Thanks.
Okay. So, how was the speech, वैसे? Do you like it? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's start with basics. We'll be having a better understanding. Okay, so let's start with basics. First of all, let's talk about the introduction part. Okay, so was there an introduction? Like basic introduction was there, like in terms of opener. So there was an opener, yes or no? Okay. Uh, so actually there was an opener where he started with imagine what things can happen if you're able to do that, something of that sort. So they are taking imagination as one of the things. It's not the content. What he's wanting to do is he's kind of getting that attention across, right? So this is a opener. There could be a lot of other openers like question answers, XYZ things, but this is an opener which was used, which was more on around. Have you ever noticed this, that you want to do something for the long time? Okay, so I'll tell you the trick. Do this, and you'll be awesome. And then he took it across, and then he introduced the topic across. Let's see what happened. So okay, opener was there. Okay, did he talked about the topic? What is the topic, anyways? What is the topic? Talk of the topic. Topic of the talk. 30-day challenge. Okay, and he kind of gave it like not in the direct thing, but he talked about it like थोड़ा fuzzy way में. And what do you want to say? Was he for it or against it? For it, right? Put in the comments. What was the stand? Was he for it or against it? Yeah, he was for it, and that was consistent throughout. He didn't confuse us with anything, right? So this is the importance of opener, topic, and stand. right? Okay, let's talk about body. So did he preview what he's going to tell you? Okay. Okay, I have got mixed answers. I've got two no's and then yeses. Uh, थोड़ा सा यहाँ difference है. He actually didn't. He talked about everything like वैसे, but he didn't tell us what he's going to talk about like structure wise. He told us things, but there was no preview that he showed us that I'm going to tell you something, these three things in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, based on क्योंकि सबका अलग अलग structure होता है. What we are trying to do is that is not right or wrong. It's more about understanding on what were the things which from this um, structure were there. Okay, so they were not preview. It kindly he had this smooth transition from introduction to directly the content. So okay, so he had content. How was the content? Was it engaging? Opener means to introduce the topic or ourselves. Yes, I'll say opener is to grab attention, Sarath, to grab attention of audience. So you can introduce, you can ask questions, you can give them an imagination. Imagine what happens if instead of 24 hours, you have 28 hours. So you get 4 extra hours. Can you put that on working yourself? No, you'll still be working on the same thing. You'll be watching TV. And that's the problem is. Hi, my name is Abhishek and today we'll be talking about this. ऐसे कुछ करके. Yeah, but what do you think about the content, guys? Was it interesting, engaging? Yeah, it was captivating, right? The whole time we were engaged and we were able to see it across. Yeah. So that is the part, the multiple things that he did. When we are talking about body language, we'll analyze the same speech again. So we're able to see the body language part and you're able to know better. But yeah, there was the things which were having really good examples, connecting examples, and very relevant in terms of what we are trying to do every day in and out. And the presentation was also interesting. What happened after 30 days. So there was a lot of humor also which was there. All right. Now, tell me, did he review? Like, did he try to summarize what you want to say? Mrityunjay says he didn't took any stand. He did took a stand, na, that you should do 30 days challenge. You should try to do it, something of that sort. Yeah. Hmm. So I think the mixed answers for this review is something which is like what you just told people, about how your journey started and everything. So he was taking us from the journey of his own life, job, and everything. But review is something where he's highlighting again the main points which he shared with us. So what he did is he had a smooth transition from content to um, ending conclusion where he just concluded it. If you want to change, it's not very difficult and you can just take it also, but he didn't review it what he was told. So if he would have told something like this, na, so when I started I was something like this, and I told you that these are the three things that I learned, and that is important to stay across. In the end, I would like to say this is something which can change your life and you can also take it up, and that's awesome. Let's close it. So that is the kind of review that would there, and it doesn't mean that he's doing wrong or he's doing right. We're just trying to understand what are the things which is there in this speech, what are the things missing, what are the things which could be added. Okay, on the ending part, was there a closure? Yeah. So Manish will what I'll do is that I'll just create a document for you guys. Probably that way you can know about these in detail, because right now it's more of a basics of where I'm telling some basics. In fact, once we are getting on these um, things, we'll also go and make a lot of speeches. So that way also, you'll be able to see across. Okay. All right. Okay. So was there a closure? Closure? Huh? Okay. So yes, actually there was a closure where it was like, believe it or not, 30 days are going to pass and they'll just pass it soon. So either you can change some things or you can just keep it the base it is. Yeah. So that's a very, very interesting closure, because that makes you realize that, oh, that is important. So that way there was a closure across. Okay, Sarath? Okay. Awesome. So I think that's really great. So were you able to see the thing? Okay, this was a good speech, right? ऐसे ही कुछ करना है हमें भी. So this is the thing. So this is the structure which is there. जिसमें कुछ चीजें जो होंगी, अगर हम if we're able to cover those, we'll be taking it across. Okay. So awesome. So let's take on the second video. Let's say take on the second video, guys. Come on. Ready? Okay. So let's take the second video across. So second video is this. Which is multitasking and monotasking. Okay. So here you go.
I'm a designer and an educator. I'm a multitasking person, and I push my students to fly through a very creative multitasking design process. But how efficient is really this multitasking? Let's consider for a while the option of monotasking. A couple of examples. Look at that. This is my multitasking activity result. So trying to cook, answering the phone, writing SMS, and maybe uploading some pictures about this awesome barbecue. So someone tell us the story about super taskers. So these 2% of people who are able to control multitasking environment. But what about ourselves? And what about our reality? When's the last time you really enjoy just the voice of your friend? So this is a project I'm working on, and this is a series of front covers to downgrade our super hyper mobile phones into the essence of their function. Another example, have you never been to Venice? How beautiful it is to lost ourselves in this little street on the island. But our multitasking reality is pretty different and full of tons of information. So what about something like that to rediscover our sense of adventure? I know that could sound pretty weird to speak about mono when the numbers of possibilities is so huge. But I push you to consider the option of focus on just one task, or maybe turning your digital senses totally off. So nowadays, everyone could produce his mono product. Why not? So find your monotask spot within the multitasking world. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. How was it? अरे वो धीरे धीरे जाएंगे वैसे how was it? How did you like the speech? Yeah, let's try to rate the speech. We are grown enough now. Let's rate it from 10. Out of 10, what do you think? Some of you noticed the mustache. All right. So I think 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8 is there. 6, 7, 8 is happening. Okay. We have 9 also. Okay. We'll collate all these and we'll send it to this guy. Probably he'll be feeling happy. Okay, that's awesome. So let's get back to our sheet to see what happened here. Okay. So were you able to write all the things, or do you want to do it like, do you want to listen it again? So probably what we can do is that one time you listen it and second time you observe. So do you want to do it again? Do you want to listen it again and this time you want to focus on the parts, or you have done everything? Okay, let's listen it again, because first time is where you are you are knowing the concept is. Now you know it. Now you have to pay focus on the aspect that we are talking about. Okay, openers, topic, stand, body preview, review, content, closure. Okay, I'll bring on the mustache guy again. Awesome.
I'm a designer and an educator. I'm a multitasking person, and I push my students to fly through a very creative multitasking design process. But how efficient is really this multitasking? Let's consider for a while the option of monotasking. A couple of examples. Look at that. This is my multitasking activity result. So trying to cook, answering the phone, writing SMS, and maybe uploading some pictures about this awesome barbecue. So someone tell us the story about super taskers. So these 2% of people who are able to control multitasking environment. But what about ourselves? And what about our reality? When's the last time you really enjoy just the voice of your friend? So this is a project I'm working on, and this is a series of front covers to downgrade our super hyper mobile phones into the essence of their function. Another example, have you never been to Venice? How beautiful it is to lost ourselves in this little street on the island. But our multitasking reality is pretty different and full of tons of information. So what about something like that to rediscover our sense of adventure? I know that could sound pretty weird to speak about mono when the numbers of possibilities is so huge. But I push you to consider the option of focus on just one task, or maybe turning your digital senses totally off. So nowadays, everyone could produce his mono product. Why not? So find your monotask spot within the multitasking world. Thank you.
Okay, now it was useful. Now, did you make notes? Okay. So I think we have got the trick. What we'll do is that first we'll play it, you understand the video, and then in the next part you can observe it. Okay. So let's see. Was there in the introduction? Was there an opener? Okay. So there was an opener, which was what? What was the opener? Do you remember? I tell my students. All right. So I think he had a introductory opener. You can say introduction. May he? It was there, and although he didn't had a very broad opener, like a very distinct opener, but there was some sort of opening when he talked about tell to my students and they do this, they do that. This is to create some basic ground for what he's going to tell, right? And then he came up with the topic of multitasking and monotasking. Although it was not as clear as the first video, but yeah, it was like mixed and smoother. Okay, awesome. So he did some introduction, but we are not able to identify in these heads, I'll say. Then was there a preview? Did he tell what he's going to tell? No, he didn't tell actually. It's just he told what is the topic and what is the thing, but he didn't tell what are the things that are going to come. So he just went into the topic, showed us the phones and everything, but he didn't preview the topic. He just showed us the topic how it is, and just this flow, it is interesting. अब इसमें interesting ये है कि if it is a short speech, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so it doesn't matter because you have so much less time. But if it's a larger speech, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then you will be having preview. Okay, so right now we are seeing short formats, so that way it is there. But what do you think about the content? Ajay, what is the best thing that you liked about him, his speech? Humor. Okay, what else? What do you like about him, his body language, his speech, or what do you like? His accent. Okay, examples, body examples. Yeah, he had a very like you know stable sa, therav, very stop by the ocean type of personality, and the concept was very simple, and it was very to the point kind of things. So that is the idea. Never complex stuff. Very simple idea, simple way. You just make it happen. And yeah, mustache was on the top. So that's awesome. Yeah, and okay, see, he did content, and he probably review thoda sa shayad pata nahi. But let's talk about the closure. So was there a closure? Did he close it? Yes, he did a closure where he told that do start your own project and find out your things. You'll find something. Yeah. So Vivek asks that he was folding his hands at back. Is it the right body language for a speaker? Vivek, depends on the kind of body you have. So the kind of body or the kind of vibes he had is non-energy. So he's like a non-energy person who is just telling stories. So that way it is okay, because if you're having hands in the front and you're just moving them loudly and something, you have to have energy. So if you see the previous video and this video, that guy had hands in front, right? So that showcase that he's gonna go for energy and energy guy. And this guy is like more of a relaxed. Okay, this is something which is my life, and this is something which is there. Something of that was there. So depending on your personality, you can choose, or maybe depending on the audience or your speech, you can choose how you want to take it across. All right, that's that's great. Awesome. So actually, I had a third video, but I think we got an idea, like basics of topic understanding. I'll give you a homework for this. Probably you'll have a better understanding in when you're observing these on a greater scale. Okay. So what I'll do is that first of all, I'll let me give. Matlab, you can just uh, okay. I'll send it across. कैसे करेंगे यार इसको? Okay, you can just write the name of these videos. You can just write the name. First is try something new for 30 days. Matt Kurtz. Okay. And second is Plodo Cardini. Forget multitasking. Try monotasking. Okay, so these are two videos which we used here in this session, and you have a homework for this also, where the homework is you have to watch 3 talks and see their introductions and endings. Okay, try to see their introductions, how did they start and how did they end. If possible, you can write them in the notes on this follow-up exercise. Yeah, I can take up questions. If you have questions, you can just put it in the Q&A section so that I can take it up and I can answer those questions. Apart from this is the workshop. Take 3 talks, and whatever talks you're watching now, put it also on the Telegram group. Okay, put it in the Telegram group as well so that other people can also watch all these talks and they can also look into this. Yeah, Prakhar, you can just type this. I don't have the link right now, it's just embedded into this. So you can just type this is 30. It's 30 days new on 30 days from Matt Curtis. You can see from the top. Okay. And I think I'll ask Pranjali to post these links. She'll post it in the group as well. Okay. Don't worry about that. Okay. So, okay. So this is the homework that you have. Do it today and put your video, put your things across on the group so that we can have a look across. Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. If you have any questions, put in the Q&A section, and I can answer them directly. And apart from this, I'll also share the further plan on how you are going to move forward. So there's a question from Shubhankar. Shubhankar, when you are asking, try to ask from, not from anonymous attendee, try to ask from your name. Okay. So the question is how to close my speech on stage. Okay. So Shubhankar, there are multiple things to close your speech. You can close them with the answer. You can close them with a fact, or you can close them with a directive. You should do this, you should do that, something of that sort. So there are multiple things. In fact, so this is more of a basics of introducing yourself onto this topic. We'll be having detailed practice sessions on content where we'll be practicing a lot of endings, a lot of beginnings, and everything like that. So that would be there. So there you can probably learn more about this. But overall, you can say questions, facts, and something around intentionally said things. Do it for 30 days and feel the difference, and something of that sort. So something actionable that you want to tell them across. Okay, I've got two more questions. Uh, Okay, so it's I usually watch TED Talks, but one thing, can we do TED Talks in future? What should you, what can we, okay, what we should do in TED Talks? I think, Sarah, that's a very different session, probably. I can we can talk about things to do and don't, and how to get into TED Talks and how can things work out. So that can be done probably sometime, not right now, but sometime in future. But I'll keep that in the feedback, and probably we can do something else for that. Okay. So there's a question about, please tell me something about the preview. Okay. So when we are talking about preview, it is more about telling what you're going to tell. Okay. So I'll tell you an example. I took up an example of alcohol in the starting, right? So let me say that I saw that ad, and people are dying, and that's just sad, and I don't want it. And today the topic is, should alcohol be banned? And I'm saying yes, it should be banned. Let me tell you some simple reasons. So now this is preview. Now let me tell you some simple reasons why do I believe this. Because alcohol kills society, and alcohol destroys future. Now my first main point is alcohol kills society. And then you go across telling the society part. Now you're getting in the content. But what you just said, key, the 2 points that you mentioned, that is called preview. Okay, so alcohol kills society, alcohol kills future. So that is preview. Once you are practicing it, you will be getting a better hang of it. Okay. Last question I have from Mrityunjay is, when I'm taking a stand, how dangerous, um, sir, when taking a stand, मृत्युंजय थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चंस को अच्छे से फ्रेम करो यार. um, how dangerous is to skip that? Yeah, okay. So just on the side, Mrityunjay, I want to ask you, if I skip the stand, what happens? So I think, the idea is when you're putting a stand, then you are having a direction. Here, this is what I want to say. If you don't take a stand, or if it's just like a mixed thing, so people might get confused because your examples would be mixed. So try to tell them in the direction that what do you want to say, or what is the direction, because a lot of people get misguided also. All right. So I think that's awesome. First of all, mm, so that's pretty much today was a session on basic for concept structuring. Okay, and it was really awesome across. I'll quickly take you across on how we are planning forthcoming things, because we have got a lot of people who are interested to join us, as well as there are a lot of things which are happening. We are also connecting with a lot of trainers. So what we have done is we have changed some things, and which are useful as well as which could be interesting. So I just thought to share it with you guys so that you can have a better understanding for this. Okay. So moving forward, we have some announcements wherein we'll be having couple of things. Uh, for example, we'll be having speaker levels where we'll be having speaker level 1, and you can rise to speaker level 20 based on the activities and things that you'll be doing. And you'll be given assignments. You have to make videos. You have to do online public speaking on the webinars and stuff like that. And you also have to mentor other people. So that way, your level rises from speaker level 1 to speaker level 20. That way will be going across. So yeah, just before going across in this, what is the feedback for today's session, Vese? What is the feedback for today's session? I would love to know your feedback. Was it good? Was it not good? Did you learn something? Okay. All right, great. So I think, okay, so like it was not bad, I'll say, but there was some interesting parts. Okay, one thing that you think could be improved in this session. Yeah, I would love to know the feedbacks. One thing that you think that which can improve this session, because next time this session is happening for the other people or something. What do you think? What is one thing that you think that if this is something in this session, probably that would be interesting. No, 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 not body language. nahi, in this session, this particular session that I did now, Ismay, do you think there is something which could be improved, which you would like? Yeah, Ismay, we should do this. Probably that would be there. Okay, interaction. Okay, so you mean that we should be I should be more interactive with you. Okay, preview of content. Okay, so do you think if I give you a document like before the session which talks about all of this, like theoretically, that would be great. Okay, sir, please put your font more bold. Okay, so this is not, you're not able to see this, I believe, Mrityunjay. Audio quality can be improved. Okay, is okay. Right now, because I'm using a professional speaker, by the way, mic. But how do you rate right now the quality of speaking out of, I don't know, 10? Okay, a little glitch here and there. Okay, so Vivek has a suggestion which says you could show the video second time by pausing on each part of the speech and show. Okay, so what you're saying is once you see the speech and then I tell you, okay, okay, now this is where it is, this is where it is. Oh, okay. Um, I think then we can do one thing, one is that you can see the speech as a concept. Second is you can observe and take notes. And third is where I can tell you probably. Okay, divide time slot. Okay, that is confusing. Mayank, what do you mean by dividing of time slot? Please answer that. And we can take it across that way. Okay. Just last thing, Mayank, what do you mean by dividing of time slot? Okay. So let's try to move across. So that's really awesome. Thank you for the feedbacks. And okay, so it means that suppose 10 minutes whole videos, then please segment it into 5 parts. Okay. Okay, so still there's yeah, we'll put English songs, Sarath. Still there is some confusion. I think Mayank, probably Pranjali will get in touch with you. एक बार ना उनको बताना एक बार what do you mean by that? Probably that would be interesting. Okay, because that will be helpful across. Okay, put your number here so that she can call you right away. All right. So some announcement how we are going to take across. So we have a community which is offline. Now we are coming online. There are some things which are like game plan which we are changing. So you can just know all these things. So starting next week, we'll be introducing the speaker levels. Okay, so you can have from speaker level 1 to speaker level 20. There will be doing a lot of things. You'll be having one weekly challenge. Okay, so one weekly challenge on anything, could be writing, could be body language, um, could be a lot of things. There's a lot of challenges which are there, which we have. Okay, one weekly challenge which is there, and the sessions that we have right now, the daily sessions, there'll be 3 to 4 sessions a week where we'll be focusing on different aspects of public speaking. So that would be there. Apart from this, there will be also one weekly practice session. So the way we did it now, the online thing, so probably you can practice it once a week as well. So we are just crafting how to implement that, but that will also be happening once this is online thing, right? Once things are slowed down and we can start offline, so we'll be starting an offline in your cities only, your respective cities. We'll be starting offline things also. Okay, I would need your help for sure. But that would be interesting. Okay, we'll also do 2 videos per week where you create 2 videos and you post it online. More videos can also happen based on the challenge or based on the assignment, but every person, every member will make at least 2 videos a week and will be uploaded on the channel on different topics. We'll tell you about the topics that will be there. There will be one special workshops per weekend based on the demand as well as based on what we have planned. Okay, so this is like a longer workshop. This is more of a like 3 hour workshop, 2 hour workshop, something of that sort. So that will be there. That could be held on weekends. So that is the thing. And we are right now transferring things onto a chargeable membership basis because there are a couple of um, you can say costs which are kind of there. And yeah, so we're kind of putting it on a chargeable basis now. How it goes is very simple. If you're a professional, then the membership fee is 200 bucks per month, and if you're a student, then the membership fee is 100 rupees a month, where you get all of these things. And you also um, you know all these things across are included, and you also help other speakers become awesome, and that ways we take it forward. So right now we are transformed like the offline thing to an online thing, and this is something which will be carrying forward. These are initial membership charges that are there, which we're going for. The professionals is 200 per month, students is 100 per month. What you can do is that also make some overall funnel wherein people are able to see as well as they are able to kind of take it in a very funneled way. And we can also invite a lot of other guests and things like that. So there's some cost to be covered. In fact, we're also having a membership portal now, where you'll be seeing all these level increasing and everything like that. So that is there. This is the links of the payment. What you can do is that you can take up the membership accordingly. If you're a professional, if you're working, then it goes for 200 bucks a month. And if you're a student, just you can go 100 bucks a month. Okay, what will happen is that we'll add to a different group, and that ways we'll be kind of taking the sessions forward. Idea is we are transforming, and there are a lot of things which are happening. In fact, we have got something around 30 volunteers also who are working with us, and there are a lot of things which are changing on the background. So that is there. What you can do is that these are the links which are there. We'll also post these links across in the membership in the group as well. So you can just do the membership as well as then you can just let Pranjali know so that she can add you to another speaker level group where you'll be starting your journey on speaker level stage 1, and then you'll be taking from there. Yeah. So that's pretty much. You have any questions? Yeah, Shubhankar, tell me. What would happen if the lockdown is over? Uh, okay, the lockdown is over means what would happen to what the sessions and overall community? So, so everything goes the way it is. nothing changes. In fact, what we'll also do is once the lockdown is over and we have built a good community in your city, so we'll also start doing some offline sessions for you as well. Okay. So right now, in this week, we are kind of putting this out as a professional fee. You can time be changed after lockdown? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll be changing a lot of things after the lockdown is there. So people will going to work and everything. So we'll be having the timings as well. Okay. So timings for the paid workshop, paid session. There's no paid session, Mrityunjay. There's only membership. So you become a member of 10,000 speakers. So right now we used to do it for free, but now we have put it across as a membership, which is there because there are a lot of other things which require some financial aspect, and we have to cover up that. Some employee salaries are also there, which are needing to be covered, which are who are working on the back end to make these things happen. So first of all, once you have to want to start your speech on stage, um, you have to figure out do basic things. First of all, you have to build your confidence in the core. You have to know yourself first, and then you have to understand how to structure it. And then also you have to give exposure. You have to expose yourself to stages. Which city are you from? So what you can do is that there could be open mics. We can suggest you some open mics. In fact, we'll also be partnering with a lot of open mic platforms so that we can send you to these open mics and you can perform there and do your speeches there. That would be interesting. All right, so that's really awesome. Thank you guys for joining in. We'll be keep doing sessions here and there overall during this week. Starting next week, we'll be having this across, um, where where we'll be working on you on these speaker levels, and we'll be taking it across that base. Okay, and we'll also send you a form to fill, which is called a membership form, where you have to put your details. You'll be getting a member ID, and that ways you'll be taking it forward. Okay. If you have any questions, you can just put it out to Pranjali. She'll be able to help you across. Right. And otherwise, I think this is really great. It was a great day, and I loved teaching you guys something today, and that's really awesome. And a lot of things are changing, and I would love to see the kind of support which is coming from you guys. And to keep the things moving ahead, I think your support is super awesome and necessary. ठीक है फिर. I think that's really great. Thank you guys for joining in. So that we can take it across. So this is me, Abhishek Gulia, signing off, and have a great day ahead.